Some things about me. I am a Chinese guy. I come from a Chinese immigrant family. I think one of the weird things about being in an immigrant family is that we hold on to that shit for dear life, you know? Like, my mom told me, she said, I have a Chinese middle name. And she told me, she said, I gave you that middle name so you wouldn't forget where you're from. And I was like, cool, what does it mean? And she said, it means Chinese guy. And I was like, I don't think I need Google Translate to find that out. Right? All the kids in middle school have been calling me that since I was 6, all right? It's crazy. Yeah, really, actually. See me after the show, I'll give you the translation in Serbian. Anyway, no, I am originally from Boston. I live in San Francisco now. It's really hard to tell people that you're from here. I really am from here. People don't believe me because it's a really Irish Catholic town. Like a lot of times my friends will tell me and they'll just say, but Dan, you don't look or sound like an alcoholic. Like, are you sure? And I always hate that. Am I sure? Because honestly, my dad, he immigrated to this country 30 years ago. He's the most Boston person that I know. Like, he loves the Red Sox, he loves Dunkin' Donuts, and he's racist. So, he hates them all equally, you know? The stupid thing is that when he immigrated to this country, he even had to learn English here. He even learned Boston English. You know how hard that is? Just imagine now a Chinese man that can barely speak English now dropping all the R's all the time. Like now he'll just say things like car is cat or Harvard Yard is Harvard Yard. And then I'm proud of you, son is how can they go to Harvard and buy me a car, son? Like I'm 27, let it go, right? Like just dream's dead. If you couldn't tell by now, I was an awkward kid growing up in school. Make some noise if you were an awkward kid in school. Yeah. Hell yeah. All right, first half, honest people. The rest of you guys, my fucking bullies. All right, what? Matter of fact, I think you called me gay in high school. What the fuck is that? I was an awkward kid in high school, mostly because like in that school, people knew me as that kid with a deep voice. I got this voice when I was 12, and people thought it was weird, right? My parents also thought it was weird, so they brought me to the doctor, and then the doctor actually explained to them and said, oh, actually, this is a pretty normal time for boys to get a voice like this because their bodies change and their lifestyles change, and that change is called vaping. And I just want to be part of the cool kids, right? And the stupid thing about being a part of an immigrant family is that when they find out you have talent in some other capacity, they use it to their max. Like when my dad was trying to learn English, he didn't feel comfortable answering the phone. But his son can. And it's one thing to sound like an old man. It's another thing to act like an old man when you're 12. One time the electric company called. They called my dad about an overdue electricity bill. He made me answer the phone call. I don't think it was that believable. Because a person on the other phone said, Mr. Guan, do you know you're overdue your electricity bill by 4 weeks? And I, pretending to be my dad, would be like, okay, but please don't take away the Xbox Live. Like, I got an important Call of Duty session with my friends, alright? They haven't taken away our electricity yet. And that was it. That was like me growing up. Like I was like just doing a lot of shit for my parents. I was also going to school. I went to a very white school. I was actually one of the few Asian kids in my school. And fitting in was really hard because most of the time people didn't let me into their cliques. So I had to do a lot of white things to try and fit in. And look, guys, I tried everything I could, but they wouldn't take me in. Like I tried wearing my cap backwards. I tried going to tailgates. I even dated Asian women. Like I did everything. And they still wouldn't take me in. Like, it was just like... The stupid thing about being your friend's token Asian friend is that they'll always ask you the same dumb shit as well. Like, I had this one friend, his name was Kevin, right? We were hanging out in front of a 7-Eleven, and we see one of the few Asian women in our town walking by. And then he taps me on my shoulder, he goes, yo, would you hit that? And I'm like, dude, that's such a gross misogynistic question. Because that's my sister. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? What kind of porn are you into? Alright, so that's, I had to get away from that. Well, I don't do that shit no more. I don't live in Boston anymore. I actually now live in the Bay Area. Bay Area is a very big difference from New England. People there operate a bit differently, you know. Like everyone there is so like open to race and open to who you are. And that's what I've been thinking about. This year's been a really big year of change for me. Like, I guess who's excited here for 2024? Hell yeah. Front row, we all crushing our goals. Back row, you guys still working on your goals from 2020? Like, what's going on? We gotta work on that, right? Yeah, I've been having a big year this year. I've been having a big year for moving to San Francisco. One of the big things that I've changed is that I've actually grown out my hair because I wanted to be sexier. Okay, ladies, that's not the joke, all right? That's very rude, all right? But here's the thing. I noticed that I think it worked out too well. Because, see, the thing is that when my white friends all grow out their hair, they all look like gods of thunder, like Thor. But then when I grow my hair, especially from behind, I just look like an Asian woman. Like, this is very insulting, guys. This is very whoever was, we're fucking tonight, alright? See me in the bathroom, alright? That's what we're doing. Hell yeah, I'm doing this style. Anyway, I only started noticing this like a couple months ago. I started getting catcalled in the street, you know? And look, ladies, I finally get it now. It's so embarrassing to be catcalled. I don't think anybody should be catcalled from behind, right? Like, I was walking down the street in San Francisco. This homeless guy started shouting at me from behind. He goes up to me and he says, let me see that face, sweetie. And then I turn around and then he just goes, oh shit. I didn't mean to holler at a lesbian. I was like, I'm like, we're not even in the gay district, dude. Like, just crazy. Yeah, it got so bad that one time I was riding the subway, and then this homeless guy actually sat down next to me, and then he started to grope my leg, which is crazy, right? So then I started to yell at him. I was like, hey, dude, I'm a fucking man. And this happened in San Francisco, so he was just like, yeah, I'm into that. So, and dating's been tough, so I gave him my number. Sorry, it's the last one. It's 2023, all right? Speaking of dating, that's also one of the big years for me. I've been trying to go out and date more. Anyone who here is on a date here? Anybody?
No.
And you've been talking the whole entire time, so I can see why.
That's the clip.
I'm good. By the way, don't trip on the next time we're in the bathroom. Alright, anyway, I've been trying to date more, and it's, look, I'll level with you guys. It's been tough, right? I can say, whether you're in a relationship or you're trying to get into one, it's all really fucking hard, right? Everybody has their own standards, and I think you have every right to be picky. Sometimes I think people are too picky, you know? Like one time I was in a bar, I asked this girl for a number, and then when I finally texted her, all she said and texted back was, I don't fuck with men with Android phones. And that's crazy, right? We're not like picking like subliminal things just to be a difference, you know? But I think things are different, especially out in the Bay Area, because at least like the biggest thing for me that was a big turnoff was that like people used to one date me here because they said I was Asian, and I thought that was crude. But it doesn't happen in the Bay Area. Everyone's interracially dating. It's awesome, right? Like one time I was in a bar, I actually saw this Latina chick go up to 4 Asian guys, and then she got my number, and I was like, that's progressive. And then she went home with another Asian guy, and I was like, that's not progressive. The fucked up thing about that, though, especially, was that the next morning, I thought I'd let that go. She actually texted me in the morning. You guys know what she said? She said, hey, thanks for coming home with me last night. I had a really fun time. When can we do this again? And I was like, dude, are you being progressive and racist at the same time? So I had to teach this bitch a lesson. I can't stand for that. So you know what I texted back? I said, hey, I'll be there this Friday night, right? I'm a soldier in these streets, you know what I mean? That's kind of teaching people. So that's one of my biggest resolutions. But my bigger resolution, aside from dating and trying to look good, is that I'm actually trying to be a better son. And this year's been a big one because I've finally got a chance to go back and see my family. It's been tough, kind of think with communication, especially because I grew up speaking English. My parents only know how to speak in Chinese. So every time we text, we didn't know what we were saying. The only in-between we got is that we text in emojis. So that's the in-between. And that's the weird thing, right? Because like different emojis mean different things to people. You guys ever try teaching your parents emojis? Yeah, it's weird, right? Yeah, like one time, my mom's a very straightforward woman. She'll just text me exactly what's on her mind. Like, if she wants to tell me to come home, all she texts me now, she just sends me an emoji of a house, right? Pretty straightforward. Yeah. If she wants to tell me that dinner's ready, she just sends me an emoji of whatever she's cooking that night. And then if she wants to talk to me directly because I'm in trouble, she just sends me an emoji of a Chinese person. So that's... In her defense, she programmed the iPhone to shortcuts it from my middle name. So that's just... I get it, you know. One time she wanted to text me, she said, hey, you come home, the eggplant stir fried is ready. All she sent was home eggplant Chinese guy. And then my friends saw the text on my phone. They're like, dude, are you fucking your mom? Like, I was like, and I panicked, so I was just like, listen, it's just part of the culture, all right? Like, I don't know what else to tell you. Communication's been tough, you know. And look, I don't know what everyone's relationship is like with their parents. Talk to your parents, you know, hug them. You know what I mean? They're here, they took care of you, whatever it is. You know, they're in your circle. I always had a weird relationship with my dad, and this is the most important thing I wanted to say was that I never had a really good relationship with him. He spent the last 30 years of his life working, starting his own Chinese restaurant, which now he sells to drunk white girls orange chicken. But that's besides the point. You sound like you know, my guy. Do I see you at 2 a.m. at the Chinese restaurant? You and my dad are Facebook friends? That sounds like a Chinese bot. Anyway, no. A point that I was trying to say was that, like, he spent the last 30 years working, right? And then I'm proud to say, actually, just last year, he finally retired at the age of 65. So, like, okay, cool. That's cool. We don't applaud the American dream. That's fine. That's fine. The point that I'm trying to make is that, look, he retired. And I always wondered, I was like, dude, what is this guy going to do with his free time? Because this man spent 30 years of his life working. No hobbies. And then last week, he finally called me. He's like, son, I found my calling. And I was like, what's that, Dad? He's like, I found Uber. And I was like, God damn it. All right, I didn't get one.
Okay, guys, give it up for Guan. Okay, if you guys feel like you might